mamas and papas, friends and family. This is the look I created with you, and it was actually because the past 2 purchases I've made from Maybelline had inspired me. Actually 3 purchases. I purchased the Maybelline Fit Stick foundation. I'm in love with this concealer. I also really enjoyed this Maybelline concealer. It's really hard to read, Dream Lumi. So when I was at Walgreens today, they were having a buy one get one half off, so I went ahead and picked up this foundation with the coordinating liquid concealer, and I used mostly Maybelline products, sans blush and powder. Yeah, everything else was Maybelline blush and powder. I guess I just don't have any Maybelline blush and I don't have any Maybelline powder. Anyway, if you want to see how I created this look, keep on watching. Thanks. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Hey, so I'm going to start with a under pore primer. This is the Perfectly Posh Under Wonder Perfecting Pore Primer. And when I was going through my makeup collection, I was actually surprised at how much Maybelline I actually have. I have almost enough Maybelline to do a full face. I'm really surprised. I really am. But I guess, like, unconsciously I've been trying products for the past few years not knowing that I liked what they did. I guess until you really sit down and think about it, you don't know what you're doing with what you're doing. So here's the Maybelline Fit makeup in 130. Now, when I was at the drugstore, I asked the woman if they kept the numbers the same, because my FITme stick foundation in 130 was the color I wanted, so she said, I think so. So here we go. This is the first time of me trying it. There's no pump, so you gotta shake it out. Looks about right. And I'm gonna be using my makeup brush from Real Techniques today to buff this in. I like to start that way, and then if it doesn't work as well, I'll use the Beauty Blender, because I think the Beauty Blender makes a thicker layer of full coverage foundation. So we'll try this first. It feels very glidey. I like that. I don't know if it's the primer or foundation, but it is covering up my redness. I like that. It's blending in really nicely with my skin tone. So that's a win. Oh, by the way, I got this at Walgreens today, so I think, check your flyers, check the website. They had a buy one get one half off, so I got the liquid foundation from Maybelline and the matching coordinating liquid concealer right here, which we'll be playing with today. I've heard beautiful things about that concealer, so I'm excited to try it. Anywho, I'll be wearing this foundation tomorrow all day long to see how it wears, but as of yet, it blended in beautifully. You can still see some of my skin, like you can see a few of my dots and whatnot, but I don't mind that as long as it's blurred out. I'm not going for a full face of perfection. I just want to look better in my own skin. So now we're going to try the concealer. It's got a doe foot applicator, and I got it in the color 10 Light. That's a really nice formula too. Silky, very silky, but yet extremely pigmented. It excites me quite a bit. Excitement, excitement. So yay. Okay, so tomorrow I'll try these out all day long and let you know how they last. But usually I get a pretty good impression right off the bat of if I like something. Now the only test is long wearing, right? So getting my Lower Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And set that under my eyes. Maybe it's Maybelline. Got it. I don't have any Maybelline powders, so I'm gonna have to see if I can remedy that shortly. See if I can find something that I like in powder form. But I don't know if anything's gonna beat my favorite Ben Nye Secret or Neutral Set powder. I just love this stuff, so I don't feel like I have to always buy a new compact powder. Lovely. Lovely. Ooh, poof of powder, poof. Alright, I have two products I could choose for my eyebrows from Maybelline. One is the Define a Brow, which I've used quite a bit, and I also have the classic red pencil that I'm going to use today because I haven't used it in a long time. I'm using dark brown. And it actually has a very red tone to it because I used to use this when I dyed my hair red. It has a very red tone to it, but I don't mind that right now. Usually I prefer an ashier brown to go with my eyebrows because they naturally ash out. Does that make sense? Yes, I think it makes a little sense. It does in my head. Ooh, ooh. My brow is defined. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. I'm going to put this Maybelline Color Tattoo Bad to the Bronze on my eyeball. Blend it, blend it, blend it. This is going to act as my eyeshadow base. I think it's pretty by itself. Actually, yesterday I wore only a color tattoo in my eyelids. I've been doing that a couple times lately, just on my eye. And I'm going to use these two Maybelline palettes. This one is Lasting Lilac, and this one is Prima Pink. So, I'm going to take the brightest of the lilac colors from this palette here, right there, and on a shadow brush from Sephora. I'm pushing that shimmer all the way, like in a arc motion from my inner underbrow area to that place. To that place. Blech. Okay. And I absolutely love this shimmer here, this lilac color. So I'm going to grab for a, let's see, flat brush from Soho, London. Press that over the pigment. I love the iridescence of this color. I love it. I sometimes will wear just this color with black eyeliner. The color tattoo underneath it adds a really cool iridescent, almost duochrome effect. Okay. With the other side of this brush, we're going to take the liner and the purple here, dink, 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 and we're going to define the corner side. Stuff blends nicely. Sheer but buildable. Sheer pigment but very buildable. Right, there you go. And then with that little icy pink here, pop it right there, right in the corner. Pop it like it's hot. It's so weird for, like, I don't know if it transfers well on camera, but I love to wear purple shadows. They just seem to, like, lose themselves somewhere. I don't know. I'm going to take this, like, liner brush from Sephora. And I want to go under my eye with that brighter purple. So I'm just going to sweep it back and forth, get it on there. Walk it almost all the way across. I'm letting it fall pretty deep underneath my eyelid area. Because on a slightly hooded eye, sometimes that's all you can see. Since I'm tall and people have to look up at me. Where there's also, you can still see some transition color from that tattoo. It's kind of a neat warming effect. I really appreciate that help from it. Alright, so that's lined around my eye. Oops, sorry. Alright, put this shadow aside. We are going to use, we're going to try this gel liner by Maybelline. It's the Maybelline eyestudio in, I guess it's called the Blackest Black. I'm looking for an angled brush to apply said liner. I could use my liquid line. I'm actually going to use this like pencil brush from e.l.f. Or tilted brush from e.l.f. But I wanted to play with the gels today. So that's what I'm doing. I didn't find this eyeliner to be very fluid, but it does matte down. And as you use it, it kind of softens. Just try to get it into my lash line as close as possible. Just doing a simple top line with it. No big exaggeration. It's pretty thick. Then I'm going to sweep just a touch underneath here and taking the brush, putting a little in my waterline. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Excuse me. I'm going to use this Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express in their Blackest Black. It's got this really fat brush. And I'm going to do my bottom lashes first. Here, why don't you come down with me? That'll make it easier on us. And then let's push these babies up. I still get a kick out of every time I do this. My brush boings. Boing! Boing! Boing, boing, boing. Give that a second to dry and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to line my lips with the same dark brown pencil. Sounds weird, I know. It's not. Really, it's not. Just use a nice light hand. Using a Maybelline Coral Gleam lipstick. It looks kind of like this. It's kind of shimmery. And it's very pale. Wow. And some blush from Maybelline. I didn't have any Maybelline blush. This one is in Berry Amour. Gives you a nice flush. I think we're gonna just go ahead and keep on going. We're gonna finish up with some eyelashes. What? Oh, I'm covered in Ben Nye powder down here. Only drawback about that beautiful powder, we're gonna use Ardell 106s. Get my duo glue. These have a stiffer band, so I'm just kind of rocking them back and forth. This is a very wearable day look. I used to wear this to work all the time. Not with lashes though. This band is stiffer, so it's harder to push it in. You just gotta work it until it finds some place to latch onto. So Shiloh! You can hear her rooting through my little trash bin out there. Shut up! Shiloh, what are you doing? What is she doing? Can you see her? Shiloh! What are you doing? Were you being naughty? Were you being naughty? Oh, they all heard me. Here comes the gang. I think I called them to go out back. In a second, guys. I'll take you out in a second. Okay. Ba-bam! So, anywho, that's the look. Thanks again for stopping by to visit me. Let me see if I can swing this closer for you. Gotta find that sweet spot. Is that better? Just a nice lavender look. Woo! Coral lip. Nice peachy coral. Again, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad that I made your hit list today. It ain't easy being green, but it sure is fun.